Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Welcome to FF episode 2370. And it's Mike Matthews with the show called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And we're here in Podcastro Valley, somewhere in Cafe Anyway in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. That's where we are. Isn't that awesome? Do you like Nerf balls? Nerf balls. Those were fun. We could throw them at someone's head and it wouldn't hurt them because they were the ones that were made out of foam. They were fantastic. Do you remember?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And you remember Nerf Man? They tried to make a superhero called Nerf Man. Now, why haven't they
Mike's
come around
Daily
to making that a
Podcast?
super expensive live action movie with CGI this, CGI that? They've taken everything else. Everything that Marvel owns, maybe once did one drawn frame of, they've made into a movie. Now, Nerf Man. Do Nerf Man. Did you hear me, Marvel? Nerf Man. So I had a compliment today on the podcast. Somebody said it reminded them of Mike Judge. And I said, what? Is there somebody who is judging me? Is judging Mike? That's immediately where my brain went. Was, I'm being judged. No. Mike Judge, the writer, the guy who did the Beavis and Butthead and Hank Hill, King of the Hill. He did some of those movies like Office Space and Idiocracy, which is where our world is going. And all those other ones. Oh, yes, Silicon Valley, too. And I said, thank you. I am not nearly as smart as that guy, but whatever. I'll take it. Thank you. And this is what we do here at Cafe Anyway, is we get compliments and we give compliments, and that's good. We got Benita today. Benita, the rodeo queen, well known around the world as the greatest rodeo queen of all time, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster.
And here's today's podcast picture.
All stopping by. And I told my lovely lady friend to pick today's podcast picture, so I'm not even going to tell you what it is because she's doing that now. It's in her hands. But I am going to talk about TVs. I might have to talk about microwaves because my microwave is starting to get that smell like something's burning. That's not good. So I'm going to have to replace that soon. But you know, televisions are also extremely important, and understanding all these weird names of different TVs that they have now, it makes no sense, and it makes Basil the Boxer angry. The late great Basil the Boxer. I watched many a TV show with him, and he's enjoying Cafe Anyway with you and I right now. Okay, we can't help but marvel at how big and beautiful televisions have become. One thing, since I've acquired cats, they are very fascinated by what's happening on the screen, especially if it's another cat. They will watch. It's a thing. Basil didn't do that so much, but I remember once or twice he did. He would just be staring at the screen. I'm like, wow, he's actually watching. Today's TVs are huge, thin, smart, and deliver an ultra-high resolution picture that's incredibly lifelike. It's hard to imagine what one would look like hanging on your wall when your friends are over for the big game. Oh yeah, that's coming up, huh? Not to mention all the binging of TV shows and movies you'll engage in this year, and maybe some video games too. Because that's a thing. While they may look alike at first glance, here are some of the variations. An LED TV. Yes, LED TV. That's how I read it. I'm going to read it like it's spelled. So, LED TV. The oldest and least expensive option. It uses light-emitting diodes, thus LED, to illuminate the television instead of the fluorescent tubes of yesteryear. Remember how heavy those were? Oh, you never had to move one? Oh. It's funny because all these humongous TVs were getting sold as flat screens were getting popular, those big tube, and that's where the name Did you ever hear this one? Boob tube. Why are you watching that? Why are you watching the idiot box? As I recall my stepfather saying. But yes, they were this. I remember this huge TV. Somebody just giving it away for free on Craigslist. I went over. I needed another person to help me pick it up. It took huge. I thought, oh, I have hit the big time. Who needs a flat screen? This is the bet. No. The quality was awful. Nothing was... I mean, you watch a flat screen, everything's so precise and clear and crisp. Not like the old tube TVs. So, these... Now, LCD is liquid crystal display. Those offer a better picture. Some TV makers have boosted the picture quality of LED TVs by adding local dimming, which dims lights that don't need to be on, thus improving the black levels on the television. Then there's OLED. And that's how they pronounce it. OLED, it's pronounced OLED. These are premium TVs, and the screens, the OLED screens, they're instead of LCDs, and it's an exceptional image and has other benefits like wide viewing angles. Ooh, wide. Televisions packed with OLEDs, organic light emitting diodes. That's what it stands for, organic. Are incredibly thin because each pixel is its own light source. Therefore, no backlighting is required. So your pictures that you take with your phone and you see them later and you're looking at them and going, ooh, I'm going to post this to Instagram. Well, all the little pixels that are involved in making that picture look so cool to your friends on Instagram. Well, you have pixels to thank. Little bitty pixels. So, as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley, the last place on earth. Imagine each pixel, it's its own light source. There's an unprecedented contrast with OLED, since the TV can turn off pixels to show pure blacks. Because without any light on the screen, you'll get a truly representative black color, unlike maybe a slightly gray. OLED televisions are the most energy efficient of the bunch because they sometimes don't need any pixel light at all, and it's more efficient. And then there's QLED. With the Q, some TV manufacturers are powered, the TVs rather, are powered by quantum dot technology. Now this is blowing my mind. Very true to life colors. Often advertised as QLED TVs, these televisions are still LED backlit LCD TVs, but they include a quantum dot layer to produce the wider range of colors. Plus, they offer better brightness and contrast compared to LED TVs. You see where this is going. So the TVs are going to be the most representative devices on the planet. Yet, what are we filming it with? Are you filming it with a tiny little lens in your phone? I mean, maybe the iPhone or the Apple phone has the best camera, or is it Samsung that has the best camera quality in the phone? And then there are cameras that have the actual cameras that have incredible lenses. So it's going to be on that end to catch up to the other end quality. So apparently the QLED offer better brightness and contrast compared to just regular LED TVs. While not as thin as OLED TVs, QLED televisions can cost less. And then finally there's Mini LED. Offered by many brands, Mini LED televisions feature tens of thousands of tiny lights behind the screen. This is a more efficient and effective way of handling backlighting and provides more precise control. Mini LED TVs also offer, the Mini LED TVs also offer improved contrast and brightness. Some TV makers have combined mini LEDs with quantum dots for even richer color. And like QLED TVs, mini LED TVs tend to cost less than OLED sets. So the OLED ones are the most expensive. Along with smart TV features, look for television technologies as well as these, like a 4K television offers 4 times the pixels of a regular HD TV, which I guess is about 1080 pixels. So the picture is incredibly clear. Then there's 8K. They offer 4 times the pixels of a 4K TV. Televisions with high dynamic range, or HDR, reproduce a wider range of contrast and brightness levels. Advanced kinds of HDR include Dolby Vision and HDR10+. And the highest the refresh rate number, the smoother the motion will be. Important for fast action content like team sports and video games. So you want the motion to look smooth, and that's where the refresh rate number comes in. And it needs to be high in order for it to work correctly, to work the best. And of course, do not binge watch. Avoid binge watching. Like, watch one show, but don't spend all day watching TV. And I've gotten into that habit because YouTube, I can now watch on my television, and there's all these YouTube channels I love because I love the real people going to real places and that kind of thing, and travel blogs and all that, and the vlogs. But gotta remember to get out of the house and walk and experience real life, like this. Outside a cafe anyway, with all the real birds chirping and the sounds of real owls and wind and everything. And what a beautiful full moon tonight. Look, we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. Look who's here. Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How y'all doing?
It's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player tell you what.
What?
TV is great to watch, and I think you read that article from Costco Connection. How come y'all never go there anymore?
Well, yeah, I need to go. I'm running out of important supplies, like walnuts and almonds and almond milk.
Wow, why don't you just say kale while you're at it?
I'm not out of kale. But actually, I don't get my kale from Costco. I've been getting it from grocery outlet. I've been finding it less expensive, and I can never find... At Costco, I don't know. You got to get like a whole salad pack with the dressing and everything in it when you get the kale.
Okay, this is way more information than I needed.
Look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. Here's the right now.
Wow, I can't wait to try this root beer. Let's see where... Oh. Hey, is there kale in that root beer?
Yeah, okay, I did that. All right. Oh, boy, drink it right now. I'll cut you.
I just drank. That's why... What's this? Oh! Once upon a time, I got a free CD... from KeeperMagazine.com. Does that still exist?
Metal CD sampler.
Boy, I would pop this in my computer right now and play it for you, but I think it might blow up. So let me find a CD player and listen to it and let you know how it is. Remind me, will you? And you can do that by calling me at 336-MM Daily. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews, Daily as in what this podcast is. It's always great to hear from you. I've been daily now for a couple days. All right, 2. Maybe just 2. But, you know, we're gonna keep going. Maybe we'll do more than 2 in a row. We'll see. I get interrupted, that whole thing. Next show, it'll be the wonderful... Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. Yep, that sounds good.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!